A recent rumor claiming that Snoop Dogg owns or runs a dog shelter has been circulating online, but fact-checkers have confirmed it's not true. The story gained traction on social media after users shared edited images suggesting the rap legend had opened his own rescue center for stray dogs. However, according to verified reports, Snoop Dogg has never owned or operated a formal animal shelter. What is true is that the rapper has a long history of supporting animal welfare causes and lending his name to campaigns that help rescue dogs. He's partnered with pet food brands like Dog for Dog, which donates meals to shelters for every bag sold. He also made headlines in 2019 when he offered to adopt a dog named Snoop after a heartbreaking viral video showed the animal being abandoned. These actions reflect his compassion for animals and his willingness to use fame for good, but they don't mean he's running a shelter himself. This situation is another reminder of how quickly misinformation spreads online, especially when it involves celebrities with positive reputations. People love the idea of Snoop Dogg helping dogs because it fits his laid-back, kind-hearted image, but that doesn't make the story factual. In my opinion, even though the rumor isn't real, it shows the power of social media to shape narratives. But here's the question. Would it really surprise anyone if Snoop one day decided to turn that rumor into reality?
Ashanti been out here straight snapping. This weekend was one for the books. 3 cities, 3 stages, and 1 queen still running her lane. From Birmingham's Magic City Classic to Norfolk State's Alumni Fest, then sliding through ATL to celebrate Ben Crump's birthday and new law office, Mrs. Haynes didn't just clock in, she clocked out in full superstar mode. The mic was on, the fits were elite, and the vibe, all boss energy. Fans went wild in the comments, calling her 40 fine, booked and blessed, and a legend with class. She gave stage presence, confidence, and that signature Ashanti shine that never fades. Mama T was right there too. Day one support, always. Ashanti proving she's not slowing down for nobody. 2 decades in and still breaking necks and turning heads. Ain't no question, she's R&B royalty certified. You think any new wave artist can touch that kind of consistency? Rapper Black Zack, known for his Carolina trap sound and ties to South Coast Music Group, has reportedly been arrested on serious charges, including murder and RICO violations. According to court documents, the Columbia native is being accused of involvement in a broader criminal organization linked to drug distribution and violent crimes. This arrest shocked many fans, who viewed Zack as a success story, someone who turned street hustle into business moves and music fame. He'd recently teased new projects and collaborations, making this sudden downfall even more surprising. The charges paint a grim picture. Prosecutors allege that Zack used his music career to launder money and maintain connections to illegal activities. His legal team, however, insists he's being unfairly targeted because of his rap lyrics and past affiliations. This echoes a larger issue in hip-hop, artists being criminalized for the stories they tell in their songs. If convicted, Black Zack could face decades behind bars, putting a halt to what many believed was an artist on the rise. It's another moment where the line between art and real life becomes dangerously blurred. In my opinion, this case highlights how the justice system often fails to separate creativity from criminality. But it also raises a question for the culture. At what point does the music stop being just a reflection of life and start feeding into the chaos itself? The tragic case of Mikey Roynon continues to send shockwaves through the UK. Mikey, a 16-year-old aspiring drill rapper from Bath, was killed at a birthday party in June 2023 after being stabbed in the neck with a so-called zombie knife. 3 teenagers were later convicted for their roles in his death, 1 for murder and 2 for manslaughter. But now, reports say that the 2 teens convicted of manslaughter have had their sentences quashed and are walking free, reigniting debates about justice, accountability, and youth violence. During the original trial, prosecutors argued that Mikey's death was the result of senseless violence driven by pride and social media tension. The judge described knife crime as a plague tearing through communities. Mikey's mother, Haley Ryle, said her life has been a nightmare since losing her only son. Many in the music world mourned him as a talented artist whose potential was cut short far too soon. The news of the convictions being overturned has left many people stunned, questioning how a family can ever find closure when justice feels incomplete. This story isn't just about one tragedy. It's about a culture of youth violence that keeps repeating itself, especially in the UK's drill and rap scene. In my opinion, freeing those responsible sends the wrong message about consequences and accountability. But it also forces us to ask, are we failing to guide our youth before they reach these deadly crossroads?
Dallas artist Alex Irish is redefining resilience through music. After surviving a shooting in Deep Ellum in 2021 that left her unable to walk for 8 months, she's turned her trauma into art that refuses to be silenced. Her latest project, From Dallas with Love, captures the duality of pain and power, mixing elements of R&B, rock, and trap to tell her truth. Instead of leaning into victimhood, Alex channels her story into an unapologetic sound that mirrors both her scars and her strength. Growing up in an Afro-Latinx household, Alex's influences range from Juanes to Travis Scott, blending raw emotion with modern swagger. Songs like Psycho and Twisted Metal explore the chaos of recovery, touching on mental health, survival, and the search for self after trauma. Her voice, soft yet defiant, reflects the same contrast that defines her music: beauty born from pain. Alex's comeback isn't just musical, it's spiritual. She's performing again in the same neighborhood where she was shot, proving that art can transform fear into freedom. In my opinion, Alex Irish represents a generation of artists who use authenticity as their greatest weapon. But here's the question. When an artist turns real trauma into creative expression, does it heal the wound, or does it reopen it every time they perform? Sean Diddy Combs has officially been transferred to a federal prison in New Jersey after being convicted on charges related to transporting individuals across state lines for prostitution. The hip-hop mogul was sentenced earlier this month to just over 4 years behind bars, along with a hefty fine and several years of supervised release once he's out. According to federal records, his projected release date is May 2028, though that could come sooner if he qualifies for early release programs or maintains good behavior. Reports say Diddy requested to serve his sentence at Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institution, a lower security facility that offers a rehabilitation program for inmates with substance-related issues. His legal team argued that the program could support his recovery and reintegration once released. Still, the move sparked debate, as many critics feel that celebrities often receive more lenient treatment compared to regular inmates. Once one of the most influential figures in hip-hop and business, Diddy's downfall has shaken the industry. His name was once synonymous with luxury, power, and success. Now it's tied to scandal and federal crime. In my opinion, this moment serves as a harsh reminder that no amount of fame or money can protect someone from the consequences of their actions. But it also raises a question. Should a star like Diddy be given the same opportunities for rehabilitation as any other inmate? Or does his privilege make that impossible to see as fair?